There I am. Gooman himself. Favorite card, Mystic Mine. Jesus Christ, I'm actually cursed. Every time I'm on feature, and I wrote down my favorite cards, Mystic Mine, I literally get Mystic Mine. Which, spoilers alert. Don't ever Mystic Mine me. Yeah, winning this round is really important. To like top. I think I rolled an 11 and Marcus rolled a 12 here. If I remember correctly. That was painful. I was sick. I kept losing the dice roll in the mirror, bro. Yeah, so Marcus starts Rhinos and Sharon. Which I wouldn't do actually. So you know what's crazy? I actually would not have done that. I would have sent Hoffness. Like when you normal summon Rhino and send a tier monster to the graveyard, your options are Merly, Hoffness, or Sharon, right? You never really want to send Merly because of Sprint. You never really want to send Sharon because of Redoer. And I consider Redoer basically a Sprint for level 4s. Which is shocking that a lot of people didn't play it. But I do think that card is absolutely insane. And then...
Like,
so Hoffness is like the best to send there.
So not a strong start here for
yeah, set 3.
A decent one.
why it's not a strong start? This start is insane. This start is literally one of the best ones. You don't need 2 LR to win an in the mirror. All you need is recovery and pushes. And he has also Emudora in the graveyard.
Yeah, this is Crime. It's Crime Celiac. I saw Sharon here.
Certainly does.
Because I need to, I honestly need to hit a mill 5. That was my logic. Yeah, I sent Rhino because... the reason why I sent Rhino is because, I'm gonna declare Rhino, and I'm pretty sure he has to use the Shuffler. that's why Rhino's is a pretty good mill. It's not a name that does a fusion. So, by sending Rhino, he's gonna have to use the Medora on this. And if he doesn't, then I beat one of the Shufflers. This hit was actually insane, to be honest. I mean, this one doesn't matter. The Keldo mill doesn't matter because it's gonna be shuffled back anyways. But it kind of matters in the sense that, like, I mean, there's a lot of like decision trees in like this mirror. But if I activate Rhino, then he's gonna have to use his Shuffler because he wants to get the double value of hitting my Rhino and putting back my Keldo, right? Nah, I use Kelback here as well. The reason why I use Kelback here as well is because I have a Kelback in my hand, and if I were to mill 5 from both players' graveyard, I know that like he's gonna shuffle back my Keldo, and if I mill 5, I have a high chance to hit another hit more of my Shufflers, because I'm gonna be up. I have 6 Shufflers in deck, and he'll have 5 after he shuffles mine back. I'm gonna go Chainlink 1 Rhino, Chainlink 2 Kelback. I could have just went mill 5. I could have just went mill 5 too. Yeah, that's actually probably just better. No, this is better. No. Activating Rhino is better here because he has to use his Shuffler.
Otherwise yeah, because otherwise he doesn't shuffle.
Yeah, so I have it's correct to use the shuffle to use Rhino because I need to force a shuffle without using a real name.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, so I did this on purpose. He has to shuffle. If he doesn't shuffle the Rhino, then he loses. Then he's gonna have to use it on the card I sent from my hand anyways, right? And I get a free level 4 body, which can climb into a Dweller for free. Because it threatens a rank 4 play, and rank 4 plays are absurd. Like, the stuff you can do with rank 4s going second in the mirror match is actually insane. Like, you'll see. Like, also, I drew Diviner here, and of course, that card is ass going second. That's why I hate Diviner. It's actually terrible going second. That card's in my hand, and I'm, like, sick right now. I'm playing with a dead card in my hand. Like, that's why I don't like that card. Like, I drew, like, way too many normal sims. I drew, like, Rhino, Diviner, like, Merly, I think. Like, I think that was it.
Dangerous.
Like, that's why I, like, didn't really like Diviner, to be honest. But I can see when it's good. But there's so many scenarios where I just wish I had, like, I think the tier limit names are actually just better than Diviner. Diviner's, like, a good mill. But it's a bad card to actually be in the starting hand, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Especially if I'm losing 11 dice rolls. I literally lost every dice roll in the mirror match. So, like, for me, like, Diviner never actually gets to put in value. Like, because I'm never going first and using Diviner to cook people. And going second, that card is literally, like, cheeks. The reason why this is also Chainlink 2 is because if he crimes my Kelback, which was a real possibility, then my Rhino resolves. Because he discarded a card for a crime, I can then trigger Kelback on resolution, bring back Rhino, so I can go like Chainlink 1 Rhino. I can go Chainlink 1 Kelback, Chainlink 2 Rhino, and then Kelback can like bounce back the Lulu Carlos. Rhino gets a dump, and I just win the game state immediately. So like there's like a lot of ways like Marcus could have messed up, and that was the position I was trying to put him in, and that's why I went Kelback 2 as well.
Maybe he saw those mills from Marcus on his turn. He's like, oh, these aren't very good.
So he chains it. See, like this is exactly what I wanted to happen. So now, like, because in a game state where we're both milling 5, I have 2 shufflers live. He only has 1. So he can only hit Keldo, which means he only has 3 hits in his deck to hit a shuffler to counteract my plays now. You see what I'm saying? But I can hit 6. I have 6 hits. He only has 3 hits for him to, like, have more shufflers in the graveyard. So, like, that's why, like, I'm feeling pretty good about this whole interaction. And, like, even if, like, and the other thing is, like, later in the game, if he uses Lulu Carlos or Merly, I'm able to use my shufflers to answer those cards. Like, that's why, like, the mill 5 is, like, pretty solid here. Like, there's situations where it's correct to mill 5, and situations where it's so bad to mill 5, and this is one of the situations where it's correct to mill 5. But I don't get, like, if you're milling 5 without, like, real thought process, that actually makes no sense. He doesn't want to put back my Merly, because then I have another name to hit. Like, it increases the odds of me hitting when I mill 5 again. So, and keep in mind, Marcus can only hit Keldo now when we mill 5. So, the odds are, like, when you mill 5, like, the odds are still good for him to see one of the 3, but there's a real possibility he doesn't.
He should put back the Kelback, no?
He should put back his Kelback, because if I hit his mill 5, he should activate the mill 5 again. Yeah, so I hit, like I said, nice. I hit my Medora. I mean, I was gonna hit one of them, and bro, Marcus hits his Keldo. Brother, he hits the fucking Keldo. I'm sick, but it's fine. The game state's still not unfavorable for Medora. So I made a big misplay here, and you'll see that my misplay.
I don't think you use any name.
No, I am gonna. Let me see. Do I use any?
Why would you do? Why would you do that?
No, I do. I use a name because I forced him to use his last shuffler, and he's out of shufflers for the rest of the turn. I have another Merly in my hand. If I hit a Guido, I'm hitting a Guido. I'm activating a Guido, I'm pretty sure. I probably should have, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, I should activate a name. Because... Wait, should I? Thinking. Yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, I shouldn't activate a name. I have to trigger Kelbeck, though. And yeah, I have to trigger Kelbeck. No. Wait, 1 second. Let me think. Yeah, you're right. I should not use a name. Yeah, I should not have used the name. You're right. But I literally gave him an opportunity to, like, cook me, even though, like, I was gonna win. But it should definitely be Chainlink 1 Kelbeck, Chainlink 2 Hofness. So it definitely was correct to use the name then, Nesh.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know the Kelbeck.
Yeah, if it was Kelbeck, it was definitely correct to use Hofness. So I just did it in the wrong chain order, which thankfully I did not get punished because he goes Chainlink 3 Hofness. And then I told him he has to pass priority after that because those are all the triggers he uses. Which is, God bless, yo. Yeah, so he's going to go Chainlink 3. And then I'm going to go Chainlink 4 Medora to target his Hofness. And he's going to go Chainlink 5 Keldo. And then yeah, I should win the game state. Because I cook his thing. I bounce back his Zulu Carlos.
Macros, but I'm starting to think, no, his hand.
Oh, yeah, then this next line, yo, no cap. I actually felt insane with this next play. Because the next play I made, I felt like it was, like... if people don't really read the first effect of Baguska, and this is where it came up, like, nicely, like, because I guarantee you most people summon Baguska in defense for like the flu matchup, but dude, this play was nice. But if you guys don't know, Baguska in attack position is basically Dragoons. It can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So this was a good play, at least. I definitely could have played better the chain links the 10 minutes before, but this next play I did was, bro, I literally felt like creamy.
This wasn't very good.
Yeah, this plays around literally everything.
There was a target thing, maybe.
Yeah, so there's the Baguska.
Everything kind of falls out of your brain.
You know the worst part about this? I had a German Baguska. So, like, I actually wasn't... I was, like, pretty confident. I like... That was the only one I could find.
To be honest, I don't think you got Zeus here. I think you just attack and pass.
No, I didn't attack and pass. Because I had Merly as well. So, I went... Like, I normal summoned Merly after this. But you'll see. So, okay, I had to, like, think here a little bit about what I wanted to do. Like, honestly, I didn't want to Zeus him because if I Zeus him...
I don't... Yeah,
then he
I don't like Zeus.
Yeah, he gets to add back... He gets to add follow-up next turn. So...
If you keep a Baguska in attack, you cannot target it. So Salik is dead.
Yes.
So that's what I would do, probably. Like, if I had no other play, I would keep a Baguska in attack and pass. If you have another play... Then I think you just normal your play, and then you later on decide if you want to Zeus. Like, you normal Merly, you mill, you see what you mill. If your opponent stops you, then you go Zeus to clear, and then you trigger the Merly in your graveyard. Yeah, but you already used the Merly, right?
I already used Merly, that's why it was a misplay, yeah. So, I think I'm going to normal Merly and mill 3 anyways, because I want to hit a Shuffler for his turn as a backup. And then I'm going to make Zeus. I mean, this part was really hard because I messed up early. Like, this is why, like, messing up is so bad. I messed up earlier in the turn by using Hofness, and that, like, could literally cost me right here. Like, it's so bad.
World to call is when
No, you cannot use Zeus here.
Yeah, I'm not using
No.
thinking about where.
Okay.
I'm just making it.
There you go. And you are allowed to switch zones when you summon a zone. Maybe because it's just something you used to not be able to do, or it just didn't come up.
Yeah, so I hit a Shuffler and a Scream. That's actually pretty good, honestly.
And we finally get
Because that's going to get me Celiac, so that my Zeus gets me follow-up.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
No,
thing
I
is,
think he's strong.
I don't need to Zeus him in draw phase, because when I activate Zeus and he crimes me, I crime him back. You see what I'm saying? That's why I waited for Zeus, because I had crime.
Wait, what did you add?
I added Celiac, but I had crime already in my starting hand, so that's why I didn't.
Yeah, do you have a monster in hand?
Yeah, I do. That's why I didn't feel like I needed to Zeus right away. I wanted to wait for his turn because I have a crime to answer his crime. That's like I didn't feel like I needed to like rush it, if that makes sense.
into the graveyard.
Because like the moment I Zeus him on my turn, he gets follow up. Like I didn't want him to get follow up. I want him to like commit as many cards as possible without the follow up from me using his Celiac.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's why you'll see me set both trap. I had to think really hard about like this because like about this because I wasn't sure, but I think after a while I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted to go for.
We got the Abyss Dweller.
Yeah, I really don't like the Dweller here.
Let's see what he's gonna do about this Celiac though.
This Dweller
He's
is
gonna use
bad
it.
for
Attack, right?
3 different reasons.
Yeah.
I can tell you all of the 3 reasons. Counter trap Salic, and if you let everything go, you can also use the second effect of Zeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you counter trap here.
No,
you don't
I'm
Salic.
gonna sell it here. Wait, why wouldn't you?
But then you get beasted.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
removal face down.
He has to top like a Bisted, bro. What the hell? Run that shit, man.
Super.
Bro, can you stop? Like, it's definitely correct to use counter trap here.
Wait, why?
Because he has also the Keldo in the graveyard.
No, but I'm gonna counter trap that Keldo. And I don't lose a card in my hand because it bans for cost.
Wait,
right?
how do you counter trap the Keldo with no Merly on the board? What the fuck you saying?
Oh no, bro, no. The play I did was I Celiac this, and then I chained Modora in my graveyard to hit this Keldo, bro, because he detached the wrong one for cost.
Okay.
Dude, this play was fine. This play was correct. Dweller, chain Celiac, send Merly, or attempt to send Merly. Chainlink 3 Shuffler, shuffle back his Keldo, because he detached the wrong one off Dweller. No, I'm saying if he slammed it down in main phase 1.
Are you trying to make a point of you not reading the future? Like,
No. Like, bro, at this point, I actually thought he did. Bro, I literally didn't Zeus immediately because I thought about this. I'm like, I didn't think he had one. Because, like, I literally kept thinking about why did he make Dweller? Like, why did he make Dweller as his first action? I kept thinking about this. Like, during the entire game. Like, I was so confident he didn't have a monster in hand. Because, like, why else do you make Dweller as your first action? Like, bro, like, it's like, and I respected him as a player enough. Like, I think if he had a tier, he would have normal summoned it immediately. I'm dead ass, no cap. Makes no sense. Why you wouldn't with a counter trap in the back row that I know you have? I don't know, like,
Monster.
and, like I think that makes sense. Like, there's no way he has a monster, bro.
Spell and trap one.
Then you activate talents to draw.
Does have triple tactics talent?
Yeah, when he activates the draw, I have to chain Zeus. Now I have to chain it because he can draw droplets. Because
It's,
that's
it's also Phoenix.
yeah, droplets and Hophanes are the 2 draws. So I chain Zeus here for sure.
Okay. Nice.
But before I
That's
didn't.
a reason to be in the main phase.
Because
Oh, maybe that's why.
I was right too. He didn't have a monster. He drew talents for turn. If he interrupted me correctly, then yeah. Like but I think like if I did the chain link where I go chain link 1 Calback, chain link 2 Hofness, I don't think he was beating that. I think the way I had the right ideas. I just sequenced them wrong. To be honest. Like, I had the right ideas of what I needed to do to break this board. I just did them in the wrong chain link. Like, if I went chain link 1 Kelback, chain link 2 Hofness, I was winning that game state. And I go for the Baguska play. I Baguska attack the whatever. I go normal summon Merly. The Merly hits another Merly. In this hypothetical, I didn't use Merly. I used Hofness, so I can go Merly effect. Merly make Kit. Kit effect. He can't respond. He has no way to interact with me. I get to fully combo him while having a Zeus up. Add like another name to my hand. Kit, summon Rhino, mill 5, Rhino effect, send the last name. I can probably go for like a Kaleidheart or something, shuffle back one of the back row or something like that. Like I was actually supposed to win this game actually. I don't think there was a way for him to interrupt me properly based off of that. I actually made this game way harder for myself by using early effect, to be honest. Like I should have just won going second. Yeah, I think I didn't negate it because like I have 2 shufflers in my graveyard. And I get to take an extra card out of his hand. If he misses, if he only hits like 1 name, then Rulakolos is a free negate. If he hits 2 names, then I'm gonna answer it with the Keldo and the Modora anyways. And he loses a card. Yeah, and he loses a card out of his hand. Yeah.
This is second against a variety of matchups.
Yeah, I just decided 3 because bro, like my like think about this. Like it's already so hard to side because most of your main like cards are already like solid. And I'm keeping Orange in going second because you just need those cards. You need everything you have. I mean, I had 16 cards. What did I side it out? I sided out let me think. Oh, I sided out 1 Diviner, double Scream. No, 1 Diviner, 1 Scream, 1 Crime. I kept Heartbeat in because this is a matchup where you need Heartbeat. No, wait, no. It was double Scream, 1 Diviner. That was what I sided out. Because I wanted to, if he ever sets up like the field spell, I wanted to have Crime and Heartbeat. Like I wanted to do them in conjunction with each other. So I kept them together. So I didn't side those cards out.
What you're about to banish, but I like siding it for going second.
Diviner's unplayable going second. That card is unplayable, bro.
It's for dimension
Yeah,
shift, right?
that
Because,
card's
like,
instant
you
side
go-
out.
you
That's
go
why
to
I didn't like
you
maining it.
put in.
Because I lost every dice roll leading into top cut.
This continues the trend of just
Yeah, my hand was busting.
setting cards to his back row.
Yeah,
So
so I
set
do-
to pass, the only way to counter your end.
Yeah, so he says you pass it, which is kind of frustrating. But I was reading Demise of the Land, to be honest. So I start off with instant grab Heartbeat immediately because that's the only thing I lose to.
About to be over.
So I'm playing around Demise of the Land again. If you guys didn't know, you cannot Demise of the Land on Sharon's effect. Like on the resolution of Sharon's effect, you can't Demise of the Land. For people who don't know that, because the last thing that happens is you milling 3. I played against the Mystic Mind guy, and like he called judge on it, and I had to explain to him like brother, like you can't Demise of the Land. And like, but knowing that actually saved me because if I didn't know that, I would have let it rocked. So.
For types, that makes Mudragon.
And here's the Demise of the Land. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. If I was a god, I would have done this play, but I'm just a mere mortal.
And
So he Demise of the Land me, it's like whatever, right? Okay, so if I was reading second Demise of the Land after he minds me, what I could have done was normal summon Orange Light, make Barone with 4/4/2, and then out the mine with Heartbeat, and then go Barone, pop the set back row, and that plays around second Demise of the Land way more efficiently. I did play around second Demise of the Land anyways, but I caught that play after I made it. Like actually, I caught it actually on feature. Like I literally caught it immediately after. I'm like, damn, I'm reading second Demise of the Land. I'm gonna play around it anyways. I probably should have normal summon Orange Light first, make Barone, then out the mine with Heartbeat, then go effect pop the Demise of the Land in the back row. Then I was like dummy lit, and then it was unlosable. But yeah.
Pack already knew he can grab here. Oh,
I mean, yes, we do.
Mystic Mind alert.
We know what it is.
Yeah, I can show you. This game was crazy. This game was insane, right? Like, I can go over this game. Basically, because like when he played the DK tournament, there was like a vote on DK's channel that what is the like who would like it was like a vote, like it was a poll between who would win between Hani and Jesse for the DK tournament, and it was like 100% Jesse, because I think like they actually think Hani's a random in DK's channel, I think. so like Hana was like, yo, 100%, eh? 100%. So that's why it's that's why he yelled out into the crowd. I think that's what I heard, unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, this game state was crazy, man.
Tough game.
Now without Dweller, so like basically I started with Pellerino, because without Dweller, if he uses shufflers on my tier monsters, then I can start clearing his cards. That's why started off Pellerino, and like I wanted to like see what happens here.
Took
How did he realize he has to negate this? Like maybe he doesn't have to, but like it's gonna be pretty problematic later in the turn because this card is crazy, to be honest.
Evening the playing field up a little bit.
This card is crazy.
It's only fair if they both get their field spells up. Looks like Hani also knows how important it is to have that field spell.
Yeah, and this is where the game gets interesting because he's gonna use the effect to mill 5.
Use Tearalaments Crime.
And now this is where the game begins.
Monster, the Kaleido Heart. He can send a monster from his hand to the graveyard to negate and shuffle it back into.
You speed on when you're on turn because I could have kept comboing. I wanted to gain the 2,500 life points and kept comboing. And because by Spooky Dogwood on my own turn, I can use any of my effects to mill 5. And what is Honey gonna do? Is he gonna affect the fusion summon? Like if I Spooky Dogwood on my own turn and I mill 5 from his deck, and he starts using effects to fusion summon, that doesn't matter to me. I'm like, okay, sure. Make your Kiklos, I'll gain 2,300. Make your Kaleido Heart on my turn, I'll gain 3,000. And then the turn I pass, like he can't even do enough damage. Like I want him to fusion summon on my turn. That's why I activate that's why I milled 5 in game 3, because I knew that I was gonna Spooky Dogwood on my own turn and just gain life points on my own turn while he tries to play on my turn. But that's like the reason why.
To the deck.
He sent Kel back.
You ended his turn on his turn though? No, but the point was I could have kept going. I just like didn't see it. Like I just like blanked out. Like I was supposed to use redo effect, because I asked him after at the end like if he had another Bestial, and he didn't, and he couldn't use Bestial anyways because if I activate Redoer's effect, I control no monsters and I get to trigger I get to trigger the Rhino, so you have to keep going. Yeah. Redoer is insane. It's literally a sprint for level 4. It came up for me like nicely during the entire tournament.
Did trigger the Kel back to mill 5.
Dangerous play was.
Yeah, this game is I went Hoffness, Kelbeck, Scream. So those are my chain links. So I went Hoffness 1 because in chain link 2 I want to mill 5 and see how many tiered monsters I hit so I can fusion summon with it within chain link 1. And then chain link 3 was Scream so that I can add the trap. I don't want to mill the trap. I want to get the crime to my hand because I'm gonna probably use that later. As if I crack his board, having a crime is so broken.
By the Perlerino's effect, because Pac doesn't have a Perlerino of his own because of the crime.
It's tough.
Yeah, so I said it. Yeah, chain link 1 Hoffness, chain link 2 Kelbat, chain link 3 Scream. He's gonna probably go
right or wrong. A lot of times these mirror matches is kind of you kind of have to feel.
Yeah, he's gonna go chain link 4 Hoffness, chain link 5 Scream. And I'm gonna have to go chain link 6 Keldo.
Placing all our chain links.
And he's gonna use a Guido too. Might as well, because I already declared Kelbeck, so he's also gonna declare a Guido as chain link 6. Cause like I think it's absolutely correct here too. Because like I'm already gonna mill 5, so like what's another 5 basically? Might as well just see all your options, because like there's a scenario which like when I mill 5, I might not hit he might not hit his shufflers, but I do. So might as well go for the mill 10 to guarantee that we both have our shufflers, so we like we just counteract each other basically. Like I'm already using Kelbeck. I'm already milling 5 from his deck in my deck, so yeah, this is totally fine. Yeah, it goes chain link 6 to Guido, yeah. But you see me like I'm like very clear about the chain links. I'm like, okay, this is my chain link 1, this is my chain link 2, this is my 3, that's your 4, that's your 5, okay, that's your 6, okay, perfect. Cause like you know, like resolving the chain when the chain links are really high, making sure you resolve them properly backwards is like really important. Like that's my biggest tip for Dortmund, to be honest. Like make sure you have all the chain links confirmed with your opponent. Make sure you write all the effects you've used so like there's no mistakes. Like because the game states are gonna be quite complex, but you know, it'll help you out in the long run.
I saw him pointed at Guido. Looks like he's trying to mill 5 more.
Yeah, this game is actually not that bad to follow. I feel like this is actually not that bad. It is harder, but I think Hani and I made it mad clear. Like there should be no confusion here. See, that's why I'm like, you see me you saw that? I was really like, okay, chain link 5 is happening now. Like resolve your Sully. Bro, I'm telling you, this is like this stuff is gonna help you a lot in tournament, cause like, dude, it's bro, like I've seen some like absurd game states, like literally messed up game states, like super messed up like game states, like just because people were resolving their chains like hella weird.
The whole tournament, there's a turn like this one.
Yeah, this is the exact complexity level that this mirror match is known for.
Yeah, I laid them out because I wanted to know exactly what were the 5 mills. I didn't want them to get mixed up. See, I was like chaining 4 is Hofness, and you activate it doesn't resolve, or resolves like whatever without effect, whatever you want to stall it doesn't matter. Chaining 3, my Scream resolves.
So they're resolving the chain links. It looks like Scream is resolving.
And now chaining 2 is Kelbeck. Now we're both gonna mill 5 again.
Okay, the chain link 2, they're milling 15 within this chain link resolving.
It fizzles. Yep, exactly. Can you take notes on your score pad mid game? Yes. They actually encourage you to do it. Like I just wrote down like what effects I've used. Yeah.
And nobody gets the fuse from a lot of these chain links because they're all shuffled back with the Keltas. Oh my gosh!
Yep.
I mean, like, you guys can see what they're milling. I'm not gonna be able to tell you everything.
Not like
They're
notes,
milling a lot
but
of
like
cards in the
this,
graveyard. I
like
see Rhino Hofness.
like all the effects that I've used,
Notes
like
are
you can write them
important
down.
at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of, but they are doing a great job keeping track.
Lots of cards everywhere.
Look at those cards.
The only monsters that are actually on Pack's field are the 2 Bestials on each side of his monster.
This is actually gonna be pretty good for me.
So many monsters sent to the graveyard with the effects, and so many of them have effects when they're sent to the graveyard.
This is what happens when you trigger your Kelbecks and your Yugiohs
Yeah.
in the mirror match.
Now this is actually really important. So, this is actually gonna help you a lot. I don't know if you noticed, but in this chain link here, I'm gonna use 2 tier names. Can anyone figure out why I use 2 tier names here? I actually use 2 tier names. I'm using Rhino and Hofness. Is this a game or a trade? Exactly. But nah, it's not because of Bestial. It's because when he uses shufflers and he answers 2 of my tier cards, right? We're not both using White Sleeves. He has Dragon Shields. I'm using PCs. But it forces his shufflers. But there's something even more nuanced than that. If he uses his shufflers on 2 of my tier effects, look what he leaves on the table. He leaves 2 Keldals on the table. This is actually like, bro, this is literally a game of chess at this point. But if you notice the game state, the mills here, using 2 names is a 1000% correct. Because if he targets this and targets this, he cannot target the last. Like if he targets Medora, I'm just like, sure, that does not matter. Because I have 2 shufflers, so I have 4 cards that he needs to answer, but he can only answer 3. So using 2 forces that. It guarantees one of the shufflers surviving. This is like some of the nuanced stuff that you have to pay attention to. And what's really cool is, like I can go Chainlink 1 Rhino, Chainlink 2 Hofness. He has Chainlink 3, Chainlink 4. I can be like, sure, that resolves. And then if he goes Chainlink 5, target my 3, then I can go Chainlink 4 Medora, and I keep a Medora regardless. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I'm going Yugioh 3, by the way. The reason why I'm milling 5 more cards, which is actually we did mill 20 cards this game, is because in the scenario, like basically at this point in time, we're look at how many shufflers he's used. Like he's used 1, I've used 1. He's gonna use 1 more, and I'm gonna be using 1 more as well. We're both at this point. This Yugioh is actually insane, but it's more insane for me because we're both gonna be done with our shufflers. Like we're gonna have no shufflers left, so that means that like at this point now the Yugioh is gonna hit like shufflers for the turn after, which is gonna be important for me more than him because I need as many shufflers as possible for his next turn to guarantee that I can stop his follow-up plays. That's why the Yugioh here is very important. I needed to use this because my shufflers are gonna get shuffled back, almost guaranteed. I need to put them back in the graveyard. So, and they're gonna be shuffled within usually Chainlink 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yugioh 2, so we're gonna have another 5 coming from both players.
But yeah, this is actually insane. We actually milled 20 on each other. Dude, this game is actually iconic, bro. It's crazy. What a different timeline. This match was actually insane because like one of us makes it to top 16. But I told Hani, and like vice versa, we were like basically telling each other like, yo, whoever wins this, we have to win the YCS. So Hani beat my ass, so he had to win the YCS. But it was one of the things where I'm like, yo, like, if you cook me, there's only one thing I ask, bro. You have to win the YCS. That's what we told each other. And he did, so it's pretty sick. Yeah, this game, dude, this game's is crazy. Yo, this game's is crazy, man. I can't believe we got here. This was actually sick. You know what's crazy? Hani told me after this, he was like, after this game, he was like, I cannot afford to not make Dweller against someone who knows what they're doing. Because, like, bro, like, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get messy. He was like, yo, I can't risk it against Cody. I can't risk it against Jesse. Cause he loses this game and he was like, bro, I can't risk it. That's why he's like, yo, I gotta make Dweller, bro. Because if you give like good players the graveyard, it's gonna get wild. That's what he told me. He's like, yeah, he was like, yo, after that game against me, he was like, yeah, these guys are not getting the graveyard. Like, he's like, no more. Like, the game is way too like OD when they get the graveyard.
Another one of those, and I love that.
Oh, this is where I was talking about where Rhino. This is why Rhino's broken. Okay. Because Hani has access to only one shuffler left. And I get to do this exact play that I talked about on my deck profile, where I go Chainlink 1 Rhino, Chainlink 2 Merly. He has to use the shuffle to answer the Merly, and then Rhino sends the last name to Diffusion with, right? This is the game state of why Rhino Heart is one of the best mills in the deck, and why it's like one of the best like tier names to activate. Like this situation right here that I'm trying to talk about. I mean, I had two chances. I had Sharon to mill 3 and then normal summon Merly to mill 3 more. So like, I probably was gonna hit, but like that I put it way too much on luck because I sent the wrong one, which was crazy. That was crazy. That was actually a stupid misplay. This is why you have to write stuff down and look at it. That was actually just crazy. Yeah, now I just go battle phase and I have a Dweller Zeus line. Nah, keeping one material doesn't matter. I'm just gonna Dweller Zeus so that he doesn't get Celic effect. Because letting him add off Celic is really annoying. He has 2 cards in hand. Why give him more cards?
Zeus just trying to clean up the board, but the Kaleido Heart will come back for Pack's effect. So they'll be able to swim back the Kaleido Heart and send that tournament card. So Pack in the driver's seat now.
Yeah, Hani does
Zeus is crazy for me. Both my future matches relied on Zeus cracking the board. Yeah, after I checked Hani's graveyard, I knew exactly what he had left in his deck. I had to negate it, to be honest. I checked his graveyard to double check what was the contents of his deck left, and I knew exactly what he had left. So I'm negating this. And I knew his like tier ratios. That's why I was counting. Yeah. It's Sharon was the last. Sharon was all used. He has Merly. That was his last name left. Merly's the last card he can add. There's no Sharon or Hoffness. It was Merly or Hoffness, and I didn't want him to add either, to be honest. Also, I didn't want him to have Pellerino live because he starts popping my cards. And now this is where it's kind of broken because I get to use Merly effect, but I have 4 shufflers, so he can't answer all of them. He only has Medora. But I have 6 shufflers.
Enormous board they probably made when they went first.
Yeah.
I have 4 shufflers.
So looks like
or 3 shufflers, sorry.
Yeah,
one game one, yeah.
After a long,
I think I needed more time to think and just sit down. I could have won game 3.
Very complex turns. Hani wins defects, win to hold off.
Game 2 was tough because Hani played 2 correct, bro. That's why game 2 was hard. Hani played mad clean game 2, bro. It was like I think against the I'm pretty sure against the Bozo I would have cooked him. I'm pretty sure.
32.
Game 2 was hard because Hani played nice. Bro, my hand was like Scream, Orange Light, Kelbeck, Medora, Agito. No, Medora, Keldo. But like, I never had a good point to Orange Light because he played it pretty well, to be honest. He played it really well, actually. But the mills got me. The mills got me nasty. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you go Sharon.
Sharon to start things off.
Pitch. 1, 2, 3. That Celiac chain blocking the Hoffness is actually so disgusting.
3 cards of his deck.
So good.
Pack finally getting to go first.
Yeah, I had. So my hand was like, Keldo, Rhino, Merly, Medora, and a Spooky Dogwood. So I actually opened up 2 normal summons and then 1 extender, so it was like very mid. My hand was very mid. So I used effect to mill 5 here because I have literally 2 normal summons in my hand. I'm just gonna run the mill 5. Like, I literally cannot play the game. Like, I lose the 1 Bestial.
Not the one you.
Okay,
for
so on the
Pack,
mills, I
Scream.
hit a Sharon and a Scream. That's gonna answer his Keldo. And then I'm gonna have to use my Medora on the board to answer these 2, right?
Keldo, Sharon.
No, I have a Medora. I have a Keldo on the grave. Yeah.
We have Sharon.
Yeah. Here's the line, guys. I should show how I can
They
win.
basically milled the
Sharon
same thing,
effect.
So nothing should
Scream
resolve here.
effect.
That looks like a Kel Beck from.
So he has a spooky dogwood, so he's gonna start gaining life points.
Then I made redo here.
Since
So I'm supposed to make redo here, and then use the effect. Summon back Rhino, send the Merly effect, make Kikalos. Kikalos add Merly. Kit summon Merly, mill 8. And I wasn't supposed to use the, what do you call it? I wasn't supposed to use the yeah, that was the play. I have Merly in my hand. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to use, like, that's why I said thinking I want to use the Hofness. Yeah, I have to just not use Sharon effect to summon.
Uses the
Extra life, especially if he has another dogwood in his hand, he can use it during.
Did you rather on game or not this game? That was the other game. But like, this is where like I was supposed to win. Like, I wasn't supposed to use the first Sharon. I was supposed to go redo her, and then I actually had a chance to combo. Like, I actually had a chance to keep combo because he had nothing else. Hani told me he drew a Bestial for turn, but he had nothing else. And I think with the clock left, I probably would have won in time. I don't think I was ever beating him without time though. I think I will concede that fact. His hand was too broken. I don't think I can ever beat him without time because his hand was too broken actually. It's actually too broken. It was like instant fusion, Magnamute, like without time I was losing this game always anyways. But time was like a real consideration because I was actually supposed to win in time here. Just organically, without slow playing, like organically win in time. Like you know, which is part of the game. But like I just messed up my sequence here, yeah. That's why I lost.
You were just talking about.
This is what I mean. Like I played pretty quick. Like I should have took 10 more seconds to think this through. So yeah, I made redoer, and then in like how much time was that? It was like 5 seconds.
Time.
Yeah, I made redoer.
It's always good
Then
to
I
have
just
him as a
set
backup.
right away. I should have took like an extra 10 seconds. Like it's I don't even know, but like every second feels really slow when the clock is ticking and the time is very low. So I didn't want to. Does that make sense? Like it feels even slower if you take like in 10 seconds out of like 5 minutes feels like a big time waste. That's why like I didn't, you know. Yeah, I was thinking about using redo. That's why like I was like setting my crime and I was like trying to think it through. Like I'm like, what am I missing? Because I originally was gonna do redoer effect, detach Rhino, summon back itself by pitching crime, and I can use crime to add back the Hofness.
He's excited.
And he
either
used
that or
he used
just-
Serenade, he used Druid Worm for turn. So he had double Druid Worm in his hand. Baguska was out of consideration. Like I don't know, some people were like suggesting like, oh, make Baguska Spooky Dogwood in his turn. But in my head I'm like, yo, that play was like the worst suggestion of all time. Because if you summon Druid Worm and you link off Druid Worm, it just sends the Baguska. Like, that play was not even real. Like, the real play was to combo on your own turn. And play with Redoer and then actual finish your combo. Like, cause then like you just like play and win the game organically. Trying to like Baguska, whoever suggests Baguska is actually a bozo. Cause I saw mad people on Twitter, like on freaking everything, like suggesting to make Baguska, and like that was just like you had more time to evaluate the game state than I did, and like that was just not right. Like it was not even close to be right, because the Druid Worm is a guarantee add off Magnamute, like a guarantee add off Magnamute. So like you Magnamute anything, make Dark, Druid Worm send Baguska, the game ends on the spot. Like you know what I'm saying? Bandem was good gauge. So I lose. So this game I lose.
That's pretty exciting too.
Yep, and now the game just ends.
Fusion, although very powerful, does.
Heine had to just go battle phase first, just in case, and then she's just gonna main phase 2 combo. But
Life.
I was trying to doggo to my turn, because like in hindsight, I thought I could combo for the rest of my turn. I thought I was gonna keep comboing. That's why I doggo to my turn. In theory, I should have just like, I should have just comboed normally and doggoed on this turn. Punished by Keldo. No, bro. This at this point it didn't matter. Like the redoer, I had to just use it. If I don't, I lose anyways. If I don't use it, I lose anyways. If I use it, I have a chance to like get lucky and get a spell and draw a card and maybe hit a Hoffness or a Kelbeck or something to like prevent damage. Like you're using the redoer here every time, to be honest. Like the point is, redoer shouldn't even be in this position with materials. I should have comboed to my turn, and then I would have had enough bodies to block and then win in time, which is like I said, as long as you don't slow play and just play organically, like that was the winning line here. And then he's just gonna like basically cook me. Obviously, like there's not a lot of time, so Heine's gonna make some sus plays, but it doesn't matter. Like he just has to go battle phase, deal damage, and then I just lose. Because like the game state is lost at this point. The moment I passed, the game state was lost. Yeah, the game state is lost.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
gonna be
doesn't
it.
matter. Pack offers the hand